Hari Om. Learning, reading and writing Sanskrit. For the skills of reading and writing Sanskrit, one should know Devanagari, the Devanagari script, Varnamala. In the Devanagari script, Varnamala, there are 13 vowels, Swaraha, and 33 consonants, Vyanjanani. In English, there are 5 vowels and 21 consonants. The consonant W serving the function of a vowel in certain instances. I need not indulge in comparative study of English, rather Roman and Devanagari scripts. Let me stay focused on Devanagari. Note, the Sanskrit word for letter is Aksharam, but the set of letters, the alphabet, is called as Varnamala. There is a difference between the terms Varanaha and Aksharam. This word Aksharam itself contains the Varnaha A, K, Sh, A, R, A, M. This chain of Varnaha in the word Aksharam is like the spelling of an English word. Here, the 3 times A are the vowels, K, Sh, R, M are the consonants. Instead of writing A, K, Sh, R, M, we write Aksharam. Note, brevity is the heart of not only the Devanagari script but of Sanskrit as a language. Note, the consonants K, Sh, R, M are Varnaha, not Aksharani, because consonants can be pronounced only if preceded or followed by a vowel. In the component Ram, out of Aksharam, Ram, R, A, M, the central A succeeds Varnaha R, makes Aksharam R, and helps pronouncing it. Also, it precedes M and helps pronouncing the Varnaha M also. Now, Ram may also be written as Ram. The dot above R called as Anuswaraha. That Anuswaraha is a writing symbol for writing nasal sounds. Of course, Aksharam is more compact than Aksharam. We are speaking of brevity. So, Aksharam is more compact than Aksharam. But there are rules when you can use Anuswara and when you cannot. When you are writing the word Aksharam standalone, it should not be written, it should be written as Aksharam, not using the Anuswara. When the nasal sound is at the end of a sentence or of a line, in poetry, again the Anuswara should not be used. Also, if the nasal sound is followed by a vowel, the Anuswara should not be used. The Sanskrit word for a nasal sound is Anunasika. This word Anunasika is both a noun and an adjective. As a noun, Anunasika means a Varnaha which has nasal pronunciation. As an adjective, Anunasika means nasal. The Rushayaha studied phonetics in minute details. You will appreciate that phonetically the pronunciations of N in angle, angel, and in anthem are all different. In the English alphabet, for the nasal sound, there are only 2 consonants, M and N. In Sanskrit, there are 5, Ng as in Angam, Y as in Anjanam, N as in Andam, N as in Antaha, M as in Amba. Apart from the details above about use of Anuswaraha for M, in the most respected text of Sanskrit grammar, Ashtadhyayi of Panini, use of Anuswaraha is advocated also for N, provided N is not at the end of a line or sentence. So, one may write Antaha as Antaha. Also, Ananta either as Ananta or Ananta. The letters Rana, Rana in Varnaha and Ksha, Kasha in Aksharam. Actually, only the parts Rana, that is Rana, and Ksha, that is Kasha, are conjunct consonants. Likewise, Ng nj, nd, nt, b. As can be seen, when writing the conjunct consonants Sanyukta Vyanjanani, the contained consonants Vyanjanani are connected with each other in the same order as they are to be pronounced, taking only the initial part of the initial consonants. See, kt, vya, nj. One may wonder how many consonants can be connected like that. Comes to mind our kartsnyam, meaning entirety. Note, rtsnya in kartsnyam comprises of r, t, s, n, y, a, ending with the vowel a. So that makes the aksharam. The m at the end is not a part of the conjunct consonant because of the vowel a. It ends there at vowel. Note, r is represented by an arc above the letter like rtsnya or varanaha when it is preceded by a vowel. When not preceded by a vowel, it is represented differently, as in ardra, a, r, d, r, a. So this second r is preceded by the, not the vowel. This r is preceded by the vowel a. So dravaha, in dravaha, the r, a. R is preceded by the consonant, not by the vowel. Dra, vaha, va, aha. Note, in darpaha, the r, p, aha. R is preceded by a. It is preceded by vowel a. In this discussion of representation of writing of conjunct consonants, one must not forget mentioning ksha, k, sh, a, and nya, z, y, a, which have special shapes. One must also note that nya is z, y, a. That is, in the dictionary, one can find words such as jnanam as a conjunct consonant beginning with z. So, under the alphabet, z. Actually, the 13 vowels, swaraha, and 33 consonants, vyanjanani, in the Varnamala are elemental sounds. So, the Varnamala is like the periodic table of elements, which we learn in chemistry. By the concept of the periodic table, I would like to present the Varnamala as below. Row 1, vowels, a, I, u, no, a, I, u are put in parentheses because they are long, dirgha versions of a, I, u. So we can say that the basic vowels are a, I, u. A, I, u are their extended, elongated, dirgha, longer versions. Row 2, vowels r, r, ru. These vowels have some consonant inkling. There is no dirgha ru because if you try to pronounce ru, it ends up becoming more of that ru. So ru doesn't have dirgha ru. Ru has ru. Row 3 vowels a, I, o, au are all diphthongs. Going by the definition of a diphthong as two vowel sounds that are pronounced together to make one sound. A is a, I. You try to pronounce a, a. I is a. So these are diphthongs. Note, the Indian languages, Marathi and Hindi, also use the Devanagari script. When I learned the script in Marathi primary school, Marathi being my mother tongue, I learnt it with the addition of two more vowels, aha. By that I learned anuswaraha, the symbol for anunasika, nasal pronunciation, and visargaha, the symbol for pronouncing a vowel with aspirated release. Row 4, kanthya, consonant sounds, which emanate from kanthaha, the throat. K, kh, g, gh, ng. Note these 5 are in the order that k and kh are harsh, kathor. There again, k is alpa prana, easier. Kh is mahaprana, harder. Likewise, g, gh are soft, mrudu. G is alpa prana, mrudu. Gh is mahaprana, mrudu. Ng, the anunasika, the nasal, is also mrudu. Row 5, talavya, consonant sounds, which emanate from talu, the palate. Ts, th, z, z, y. The order is as above: alpa prana kathor, mahaprana kathor, alpa prana mrudu, mahaprana mrudu, and anunasika. Row 6, murdhanya consonant sounds, which emanate from murdha, the roof above the tongue. T, th, d, dh, n. Row 7, dantya consonant sounds, which emanate from dantaha, back of the denture. T, th, d, dh, n. Row 8, oshtha, label consonant sounds, which emanate from oshtau, the lips. P, p, b, bh, m. Row 9, antastha, swallowed consonant sounds, y, r, l, v. Among these, y is talavya, r is murdhanya, l is dantya, and v is oshtya. Row 10, ushma, frictional consonant sounds, sh, sh, s, h. Among these, sh is talavya, sh is murdhanya, s is dantya, and h is kanthya. Let me elaborate the pronunciations of the vowels a bit more in detail. Pronunciation of a is as of I in sir, as of o in sun, as of you in sun. Pronunciation of a is as of a in bar, car, far. Pronunciation of e is as of I in bit, hit, kit. Pronunciation of e, long, is as of ea in beat, as of ee in reed, seed. Pronunciation of u is as of oo in foot, good, as of you in full. Pronunciation of u is as of oo in shoot. In English, there is no vowel equivalent of ru, except that the Sanskrit word rushi is accorded the spelling rishi, indicating that ri, this pronunciation of ri is what the pronunciation of ru is. I shall deal with the pronunciation of a separately. I don't know of any English word having the pronunciation I, though I underscore E, as in fine, is a diphthong close enough to I, but not exactly I. Pronunciation of O is as of OA in goal, or as of O underscore E, underscore for the consonant in between, as in pole. Pronunciation of out is as of OU in out, or is of OW in owl. Interestingly, all the vowels can be added to all the consonants. By adding the vowels, one gets as many aksharani from each consonant, which is basically a sound element of varna. From the consonant k in row 4, one gets k plus a, k, k plus a, ka, k plus I, ki, k plus I, ki, k plus u, ku, k plus u, ku, k plus ru, kru, k plus ru, kru, k plus ru, kru, k plus a, ke, k plus I, kai, k plus o, ko, k plus au, kau. The anuswaraha as well as the visargaha can also be added to these aksharani. Kaihi, if I add visarga to kai, kaihi. From the above, it should be clear how the vowels are symbolically added to the consonant. This can be so done even with conjunct consonants. For example, the English word switch can be written as switch. So V and then the symbol for short E, switch. As such, any word in any language can be written in Devanagari. But there can be a problem in making a distinction between get and gate. If we consider that in get, the A is somewhat stressed down, anudatta. In Vedic Sanskrit, get, like that. In Vedic Sanskrit, this stressed down aspect of a vowel is denoted by an underscore. So get is written as G underscore T. If we consider that in gate, the A is somewhat raised, udatta. In Vedic Sanskrit, this raised aspect of a vowel is denoted by a small vertical stroke. I shall use an apostrophe for this. So I would write gate as G apostrophe T. T. Actually, in Sanskrit grammar, it is analyzed that most vowels can be pronounced in 18 ways. This analysis is summarized in 5 aphorisms, sutrani, in Ashtadhyayi. Mukhanasika vachano anunasikaha 118. Note, anunasika means nasal. Opposite is not nasal, ananunasika. That makes anunasika and ananunasika as two broad types of pronunciation. Ukalo jhasvadirgha plutaha 1-2-27. Short rasva, long dirgha, elongated pluta. 3 subtypes of combined to be combined with anunasika and ananunasika. So 6 types. Uchchair udattaha 1-2-29. Raised udatta. Nichair anudattaha. These numbers 1-1-8 are actually denote, one means, the first one means Ashtadhyayi has 8 Ashta Adhyayas, chapters. So the first number denotes the chapter number. Then every chapter has 4 sections, 4 quarters. The second number denotes the quarter number. So 118 means first chapter, first quarter. 8 is the ordinal number of that particular sutra in that particular pada. So 1-1-1-8 means sutra, 8th sutra in the first quarter of the first chapter. So like that. Nichair anudattaha 1-2-30. Stressed down. Anudatta. Anudatta not raised, so stressed down. Samahara svaritaha 1-2-31. Level. Svarita. Neither raised nor stressed down. 3 more subtypes. This udatta, anudatta, svarita, 3 more subtypes. So 2 anunasika, anunasika, 3 rasva dirgha pluta, 3 more udatta, anudatta, svarita. 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, totally 18 types. Now can you write every vowel in 18 different ways? There are limitations. So if you want to stop a child, now so to give some example of one of these 18 types, if you want to stop a child from doing something unwarranted, you pronounce nasal ananunasika, nasal anunasika, raised udatta, so that apostrophe, elongated plutaha, indicated by these 3 S marks. Is not a sound of a universal language? An American lady would also call out her child. Indian lady will also call out. An African lady or lady will also call out child. Universal language. But credit should go to Sanskrit, that it is only in Sanskrit grammar that it is analyzed in such detail. Pronunciation is emitting sound waves, vibrations. Vibrations contain active energy. Rishis experience and standardize what style of recitation of mantras generates positive energy. That is why mantras in Vedas have notations for raised, udatta, stressed down, anudatta pronunciations. In row 3.1, in row 3, I have made a mention visarga, the symbol, colon, for pronouncing a vowel with aspirated release. Visarga, pronouncing a vowel with aspirated release, one more variant of pronunciation of vowels. The vowel may be standalone or as a suffix of a consonant or even of a conjunct consonant. Instances of visarga as a suffix are more common than with standalone vowels. For example, Dhritarashtraha, Pandavaha, Harihi, Lakshmihi, Setuhu, Kaihi, Bhanoho. When it becomes a suffix of a vowel like O, it becomes more an exclamatory, not a very meaningful O. It is the meaning of, it conveys the meaning of wonder. Oh. So when combined with visarga combined with vowel like O also becomes a linguistic expression. In Ashtadhyayi, visarga is called as visarjaniya. Actually, a sutram is supposed to be composed with minimality of letters. The word visarjaniya has more letters than visarga. Yet in Ashtadhyayi, the term used is visarjaniya, not visarga. The word visarjaniya brings to mind visarjanam, immersion of the idol of Ganesha at the end of the Ganesha festival. That immersion is a soft release, not throwing the idol into the water. So the term visarjaniya includes how the pronunciation should be. It should be a soft release of the preceding vowel sound. The word visarjaniya is thoughtful. Isn't that right? Now both pronunciation and in turn writing of visarjaniya is very much influenced not only by the preceding vowel but also by the varna immediately next to it. For example, kaihi maya would become kairmaya. Note, here the visarjaniya changes to ra. Pandavascha, Pandavascha. Note, here the visarjaniya changes to sh. Nishreyasam, Nishreyasam. Note, here the visarjaniya stays, but its pronunciation is more like the sh next to it. Likewise, dussahasam. Here also the visarjaniya stays, but its pronunciation is more like the sa next to it. Sanjaya uvacha, Sanjaya uvacha. Note, here the visarjaniya is elided, since it is followed by the vowel u. Saha api, sopi. Note, here the visarjaniya changes to a, which adds to sa, so becomes sa u, so, and the next is elided, but is indicated by the symbol S, which is called as avagraha. Dukkham. Note, here the visarjaniya stays, but the next k causes a slight smell of an additional k sound to be coming in. Dukkham. This additional sound is called as jivhamuliya. Mamaka Pandavaha, Mamaka Pandavaha. Note, here also the visarjaniya stays in writing, but the next p causes a slight smell of an additional p sound to be coming in. This additional sound, Mamaka Pandava, this additional sound is called as Upadmaniya. Does the grammar of any language other than Sanskrit take cognizance of these Jivhamuliya and Upadmaniya sounds. Isn't its subtlety and sensibility so charming? In the Sutram 8-3-37, Kupoh Kapaucha, the symbols here before K and also before Pau denote Jivhamuliya and Upadmaniya sounds. Reading Sanskrit should be with consciousness of these subtleties. The fact that pronunciation of the Visarjaniya is influenced by the Varnaha immediately next to it underscores a very important rule to be borne in mind for both reading and writing Sanskrit. One should always be mindful of what is next. In the book 7 Habits of Successful People by Stephen Covey, the first habit advocated is be proactive. Being proactive is being mindful of what is next. The motto of Boy Scouts is be prepared. One can be prepared only by being proactive, by being mindful of what is next. Even writing the nasal sound, anuswara or not, is dictated by what is next. Reading and writing Sanskrit unwittingly cultivates in you the habit of being prepared, being proactive, being mindful of what is next. This being mindful of what is next is important for reading Sanskrit texts, more so for reciting poetic texts. In the word aksharam, the first letter A has a ksha, a conjunct consonant next to it. In terms of weightage, matra, the letter A is laghu, small, but the next letter ksha, being a conjunct consonant, enhance the weightage of matra of A. So, it is to be considered guru, not laghu, big. That is the rule in Sanskrit Chandas Shastram, prosody. Even when pronouncing aksharam to oneself, one would realize that pronouncing akshar becomes smoother by giving a little stress on A, that is by enhancing its weightage, being mindful that the next letter ksh is a conjunct consonant. By cultivating this habit of being mindful that the next letter will make it easy to read even a long word like Bahyodhyanasthita harashira chandrika dauta harmya. This word has 17 letters in it. The word is a line, entire line, in the poem Meghadutam by Mahakavi Kalidasa. There the word is an adjective of Alkanagri. See the previous line, also of 17 letters, is Gantavyate Vasatiralaka Nama Yaksheshwaranam. Both the lines are metrically perfect, adopting the meter Mandakranta, having the 3-letter sets Ganaha conforming to Mabhana Tata Gaga. Actually, what I discussed about pronunciation of Visarjaniya being influenced by the Varna immediately next to it, especially in the example Kaihi Maya, Kair Maya, the Visarjaniya changes to Ra. Pandavaha Cha, Pandavascha, the Visarjaniya changes to Sha. These are examples or instances of modification of the sound elements. This modification of sound elements is called in Sanskrit grammar as Sandhi. In Ashtadhyayi, it is called as Samhita. Most Sanskrit texts will have modified sound elements only. Rather, it will be hard to find Sanskrit texts without modified sound elements. So, the first step in studying any Sanskrit text should be to retrieve the text to the original forms. A novice may ask, how do I know the original form of Kairmaya is Kaihimaya? He will know it only after he is well acquainted with the words Kaihi and Maya, that these are the grammatically correct forms of these words, hence the original forms of these words. Although at the beginning of this article I said that we read any text in any language such that we understand the intended meaning also. Let me modify that statement to say that the skill of reading Sanskrit text may be limited initially only to reading as is. Even that is not easy because many Sanskrit texts are tongue twisting type. For example, one may not be very confident of being error free in reciting blindfold the following verse. Na no 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 na 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 do nun no nun no na nun ne no na ne na nun na nun na nu. Interesting. Understanding the meaning of the words will have to come much later. There are many lines in Gita which appear to be a single word, but they contain many words. For example, Acharyan, Matulan, Bhratrun, Putran, Pautran, Sakhins, Tatha. This is in first chapter, verse number 26. Anarya Joshtamaswargamakirtikaram Arjuna 2-2. Avyakto yamachintyo yamavikaryo yamuchyate 2-25. Kuryad vidvansatha saktashtikirshur lokasangraham 3-25. Pashan shunvan spushan jigran ashnan gachan swapanshasan pralapan visrujan grunhan unmishan nivishannapi. The second line of 5-8 and the first line of 5-9. Let the initial reading and writing skill be limited to reading and writing as is. Shubhamastu.